Chaos and confusion reigned along the interstate border in Jorabad for most part of the day today as commercial vehicles from Meghalaya were denied entry by tourist taxi drivers and operators from the Assam side. The protesters from the Assam side are opposing the demand of the All Khasi Meghalaya Tourist Taxi Association, which is against outside vehicles ferrying tourists to local destinations in Meghalaya. There was anger among the taxi drivers in Assam who felt that such a move would deprive them of their livelihood. These visuals that you see, this was the scene for most part of the day today in Jorabad, causing immense inconvenience to commuters and tourists. Vehicles coming from Meghalaya, commercial vehicles coming from Meghalaya were stopped at Jorabad, sent back by tourist taxi drivers, taxi operators from Assam, who of course are protesting a move by the All Meghalaya Khasi Transport Association, which is demanding that tourist vehicles from Assam should not be allowed to ferry tourist passengers in the tourist sites. The tourist sites near Shillong, in the outskirts of Shillong, in East Khasi Hills districts or elsewhere. They are okay with the Assam cabbies, the Assam taxi drivers ferrying the passengers till Shillong, drop them to their respective hotels, and from there on they demand that the local taxi operators should get a chance to ferry those tourists and passengers to the various scenic spots of the district. Now with this, there is immense anger among the taxi drivers from Assam who feel that they will be deprived. Let's listen in to some of those reactions.
Amar gari jikhini Meghalaya tourist ঘুৰিবলৈ যায় আমাৰ কমাৰ্চিয়েল গাড়ী যিখিনি লৈ যায় সিহঁতক লাডুটো দিব লাগে সিহঁতৰ তাত গৈ আমাৰ গাড়ী যিবিলাক তাত গৈ আছে চাইচিন কৰিবলৈ লোকেল চাইচিন কৰিবলৈ সিহঁতে নিদিয়ে সেইটো কাৰণে আমি ইয়াতে সিহঁতৰ গাড়ীও আহিব নালাগে আমাৰ গাড়ীও সিহঁতৰ তাত নেযাওঁ সিহঁতৰ পুলিচৰ সন্মুখত আমাৰ ইমানখিনি গাড়ী ঘূৰাই পঠাইছে ইয়াতকৈ ডাঙৰ বিষয় কি আছে আৰু সিহঁতে ইয়াত নাহিলে নচলে আমাৰ পেটৰ কাৰণে কৰি আছোঁ যিখিনি কৰি আছোঁ আজি আমাৰ ইমানখিনি ড্ৰাইভাৰ ইমানখিনি এজেঞ্চি কমচে কম 15-20 লাখ মানুহৰ জীৱনৰ ৰুজি ৰুটিৰ কাৰণে মেঘালয়ৰ প্ৰতিজন মানুহ বেয়া নহয় বেয়া হয় কিছু সংখ্যক দুষ্কৃতিকাৰী আৰু সেই দুষ্কৃতিকাৰীসকলক মেঘালয় প্ৰশাসনে কিয় আজিলৈকে এৰেষ্ট কৰিব পৰা নাই
Well, however, it was the commuters who were the worst hit. Let's listen in to some of the passengers, some of the commuters.
पैदल आना पड़ा ड्राइवर लोग गाड़ी से उतार दिया हम लोग पहले एक उबर बुक किया था वहाँ से गाड़ी से निकाल दिया इसके बाद कुछ देर पैदल आकर दोबारा उबर बुक किया बुक करने के बाद चोरी चुप के गाड़ी में उठने के बाद हम लोगों को मेघालय बॉर्डर तक लेकर आया वहाँ से पैदल फिर मेघालय में आया मेघालय आने के बाद एक ऑटो लिया ऑटो से कुछ सामने आया आने के बाद उस ऑटो वाला ने गाड़ी को पकड़ कर दिया बस वहाँ से यहाँ तक उस ड्राइवर ने फिर आगे कुछ देर सामने लाकर नमा दिया उसके बाद दूसरा गाड़ी लेकर यहाँ तक मेरे को बहुत तकलीफ हुआ है बिकॉज आई एम इल मेरे पापा बीमार है डॉक्टर दिखाने ले जा रहा हूँ फिर भी नहीं निगरी में ट्रीटमेंट करना
और आपने क्या निगरी का कागज दिखाया क्यों
नहीं आप पहली बार आ रहे हैं निगरी में पहले बार
रोक रहे थे गाड़ी लोगों को बोला क्या
तो दिखाया तो बोला था हम लोग जो मेडिकल पर्पस में जा रहे थे तो भी नहीं माना
नहीं हम लोग त्रिपुरा से कल गुवाहाटी में आया आज शिलोंग रुकने के लिए पहले जो गुवाहाटी में जो ड्राइवर लोग है ना वो बहुत दिक्कत कर रहा है गाड़ी आ नहीं दे रहा है शिलोंग में हम लोग एक उबर बुक कर शिलोंग का बाजार तक आया यहाँ से पैदल से थोड़ा आगे गया तारपर ये
शिलोंग से दिल्ली जा रही हूँ मेरे हस्बैंड का एक्सीडेंट हो गया कि मेरा खुद का गाड़ी है भैया किराया कहाँ से होगा अरे खुद का गाड़ी है मेरा एयरपोर्ट जा रहा हूँ भाई पर्सनल गाड़ी है सर मेरा खुद का गाड़ी है भाई नहीं पर्सनल गाड़ी है हमारा भैया खुद की गाड़ी है यार
हम गुवाहाटी से जा रहा था गुवाहाटी से कहाँ जा रहा था शिलोंग जा रहा था काम शिलोंग
अभी क्या
अभी हम लोग जा रहा था वहाँ पे शिलोंग के लिए लेकिन यहाँ पे जो सुना अभी मेघालय का जो गाड़ी वहाँ पे टूरिस्ट को अलाउ नहीं कर रहा है तो आसाम का भी जो गाड़ी है ये लोग भी उनको जाने नहीं दिया हम लोगों को। हम लोग ऑफिस के काम के लिए जा रहा था। सॉल्यूशन है कि दोनों गवर्नमेंट को बैठ के बात करना चाहिए। ये तो बीच बीच में कुछ ना कुछ होता ही रहता है सब चीज़। हम लोगों के लिए जो नॉर्मल जो आदमी है जो काम के लिए आता है टूरिस्ट उनके लिए दिक्कत है। तो ये दोनों गवर्नमेंट को बैठ के ठीक करना चाहिए इनको।
Now, the All Khasi Meghalaya Tourist Taxi Association, which had been on an indefinite strike, clarified that it had nothing against tourist taxi drivers from other states, including Assam, but their fight was against the government. Listen in.
As you know that there has been a stoppage of transport vehicles from Meghalaya to Assam. So the thing is that we want to clear it out. As you can see that Assam vehicles are applying here very easily, very freely. Because why our strike and our fight is not with the people from other states, especially from Assam. Our battle is not with them, but with the state government. With the state government of Meghalaya. As you can see that in these past 2 days, we have just distributed pamphlets to the vehicles citing our demands to them that we are asking from the government of Meghalaya. There has been a lot of confusion, so we want to clear it out that, and in respect of that, this fight is not only this year that it has just started within just 1-2 months, but it's been there for the past 2-3 years. We have been asking this our demands from the government from 2023. And the implementation, we wanted the implementation of certain policies, like the already agreed agreement that we have with the government of Assam, right? The RTA that was signed in 1997. So we are asking for those implementation. Then also the inclusion of the United Khasi Jantia District Trading by Non-Tribal Act 1954 are some of the other requests, like taxation, reduction in the taxation and all. So these are our demands from our state government. So I think so people should understand, especially our counterparts from Assam. So you should be clear that this is our demand with our government. We are not fighting. We don't have any fight with you. We don't have any argument with you all.
You heard the AKM TTA representative there clearly saying our fight is not against the cabbies from Assam, it's with our government, and we have made some demands to our government. We want those demands met. However, the Assam taxi drivers feel that these demands will actually, if implemented, will actually deprive them of a part of their livelihood. That's why the entire incident today, that's what they're saying. But AKM TTA maintaining that they have nothing against cabbies from outside. In the meantime, the AKM TTA called off its indefinite strike following an emergency meeting with the East Khasi Hills Deputy Commissioner later in the afternoon today. And of course, the spokesperson informed that the decision was taken after the DC assured them that Chief Minister Conrad Sangma himself, along with the Ministers for Home, Tourism and Transport, would meet the association members on Tuesday to deliberate and consider their demands.
You know that the association, the different association under the umbrella of AKMTTA was under an indefinite strike against vehicles going to tourist spots, outside vehicles going to tourist spots. So this agitation has been going on for the past 2 days, and today from the administration side, especially from the district commissioner office of East Khasi Hills, had called us for an emergency meeting and to discuss on our issues that we have. And according to what we have said in the meeting, we have discussed on certain issues, our demands and everything. We have made them understand, and they and even from the government side also, they have agreed that on Tuesday we'll be having a meeting with the tourism department, with the Ministry of Tourism, the Ministry of Transport and the Home Ministry, and maybe also the CM of Meghalaya. So we will be having a meeting. That's why we are calling off the strike also now indefinitely until Tuesday.
And the Tourist Taxi Association once again termed today's incident along the interstate border in Jorabat a result of a misunderstanding. They have maintained that they have nothing against any taxis, commercial vehicles from outside the state operating in Meghalaya, but they have a problem with those commercial vehicles going to the tourist destinations, the local spots in Meghalaya. That's where the problem arises. We are being joined now by our colleague from Shillong, Purvasha Bhattacharjee. Purvasha, well, as of now, the indefinite strike has been called off, but what we witnessed in Jorabat today has caused a lot of inconvenience to commuters, and going by the demands of the Tourist Taxi Association, the all Khasi Meghalaya Tourist Taxi Association, it seems that this issue is going to linger because there are reservations on the Assam side as well.
Of course, Navarun, in fact, if we see that today what has happened in Jorabad, in fact, since 16th, we have been seeing that the association is distributing, the association was distributing pamphlets, and their demand is that the tourist taxis from Assam and other parts should not ferry passengers to the tourist destination. That was their demand. And ultimately today there was an emergency meeting with the Deputy Commissioner R.M. Kurwa, and following which it was decided that they will call off their agitation as of now, since they are having the meeting on Tuesday, and after the meeting with the top bosses of the state, it will be decided what exactly will be done. And in fact,
Purvasha, what are you picking up from your sources now? Of course, the demands of the association are clear. What could be the government reaction, and is the Meghalaya government looking to take this up with the Assam government? Will the Transport Department, Tourism Department in Meghalaya, is there a chance that they will take it up with their Assam counterparts?
Well, definitely. In fact, when we saw it earlier, the government had maintained that there may be repercussion, there may be retaliation from the Assam side, and that exactly has happened. And in fact, we spoke to a lot of people, and people were complaining that how difficulties they faced to come to Shillong, to come to Meghalaya. So exactly.
All right, we lost the connection there, but it's clear that there will be a very crucial meeting next week, next Tuesday, and we have to wait and watch if the Meghalaya government does take the issue up with its Assam counterpart.